3-day challenge. Productivity training and business coaching for inspired individuals and teams ready to separate themselves from the masses and put their dreams in overdrive. I'm Brody Whitney, Master Success Strategist and Coach for SuccessByStrategy.com. Today I'm going to show you how to unlock your hidden creative potential, experience a lot more flow when planning a project or taking notes, and access untapped organizational wizardry using mind maps. If we're talking accelerated productivity, mind maps are where it's at. Make sure you've got a copy of today's action worksheet so you can follow along and get the most from today's training. Also, please join the conversation below and post your comments. Alright, let's dive in. So mind maps is by far one of the most effective productivity tools I've ever used. Today I'll share with you what it is, why you want to be using it often, and how exactly you can create your own mind maps. Just like with your Own It plan and your Focus Finder, I'm going to show you once again how you can win on paper so you can win in life. So what the heck is a mind map anyway? Basically, a mind map is a branching diagram used to visually organize information. A mind map begins in the center of a page with a single idea, outcome, or concept and branches out from there. Category branches are connected directly to the central idea, and other ideas branch out from those in nodes, just like the branches of a tree. Mind maps are considered to be a type of spider diagram or radial tree. Mind maps have been used for centuries to map out ideas. However, the credit for popularizing the mind map goes to Tony Buzan, who coined the term mind mapping in 1974 on his BBC television production, Use Your Head. You can take that to your Trivial Pursuit game. Mind maps can be drawn by hand as a method of taking notes, or created as digital documents using mind mapping software. I prefer to do mind mapping by hand, either on paper or a whiteboard, because it's quick, effective, and I just seem to be more creative and in the flow by hand. If you prefer digital mind mapping on your action worksheet, you'll find a couple links for apps you can use on your computer to make digital mind maps. I've included a link to a free app as well as a paid app for you to explore if you want. I've used the free app, it works great. The paid app performs basically the same functions, however has a lot of additional features and comes out looking more like a piece of art. I use mind maps for a variety of applications, but before we go there, how about I show you what the heck a mind map just looks like? Okay. So I use mind maps for many applications. One of them was to design this very site that you're looking at now. So in the center, like I said, there's a central idea or concept, or focus or outcome. So for me, TMT, member, site. This is the central idea. So I used this mind map specifically to plan and map out what this member site was going to look like and what the different functions and components would be. Sure, you can say, well, why wouldn't I just write a list? I'll tell you later, so just bear with me. The main purpose of this here is for you to just see what a mind map actually looks like. At least one of my mind maps. They can look different. This is, if you feel compelled to look further into mind maps, I definitely encourage you to. There's a lot more instruction you can find on them. Today is simply the guide on how I use them and how some other people use them as well. So first of all, let's explore where we're at today. We're here in the TMT video training room. So on my mind map, maybe I went videos. I know I'm going to have videos, okay? So from the videos, I'm going to want to have an opt-in. I need a way for you to get here, or for people to see these videos. An opt-in may be one, members. I'm just going to kind of branch off of the different ways people can get videos. I may even want, the series. So for example, one of those videos on here may be mind maps. One we did was morning ritual. So you can see how they branch off of each other, all based on a central theme. Another one I wanted here was, I wanted you, as a member, to be able to create a profile. Now, again, these can branch off farther. The cool thing about mind maps is you can keep going with them. They're really an opportunity for you to tap into your untapped hidden creativity. And come up with ideas that you would not come up with just making a list. So you can see how they work. So here you're going to have, what are the key components? Name, contact information, and you can keep going, as you can see. So by the time you get done, you're going to have branches going off in all directions. And another thing you can do here is you can use different colors. So maybe for down here, I want to have a whole other section for another purpose. Maybe I want to highlight some of these. Maybe these are the ones that are maybes. Or they relate to a certain date they need to be done. You get to choose. People use images in their mind maps, symbols, words. You get to choose. So I'm going to give you this basic introduction here so you can start using this tool. If you want to look further into mind mapping, by all means. Like I said, I posted a couple of links. I get no compensation for you using those software. They're applications that I found and I've used myself. Check them out, see what you think. Also, like I said, whiteboard or a piece of paper works just great for me. Try it out. You've got an action worksheet there where there's some space for you to create your own mind map. So I first discovered mind mapping in my last career as a custom furniture maker. I took a 1-week intensive woodworking course with a master craftsman, Peter Pirabon, the guy who designed and built Stephen King's writing desk. The guy was a master of design, and he attributed much of his design genius to mind mapping. When I began to create my own mind maps for my own furniture designs, I quickly discovered how he was coming up with such incredible designs and furniture pieces. I noticed that using mind mapping, I was able to make rapid progress on ideas and explore much deeper than I was simply taking notes or drawing a picture. Maybe you love your Excel spreadsheets and making everything fit nicely in boxes. Me too. The problem is that most of our brain does not function like a box. Your creative and your subconscious brain have access to unfathomable amounts of information and ideas, all available holographically in this moment, if you're tapped into the flow. Most great inventions are discovered thinking and acting outside the box. Mind mapping will help you access a lot more stored information, engaging a massive amount of additional brain power and creativity so that when you do pull out your spreadsheet, you'll already have mapped out all your key components and categories, plus discovered a bunch of hidden gems so that you can now easily and efficiently plug them into your boxes, knowing that you have a complete document with no missing parts. Here's your brain on mind maps. Here's your brain on Excel. You can use mind maps for all kinds of applications. I've used mind mapping to plan blog articles, ebooks, for my first book and its table of contents, websites, games, video scripts, stories, presentations, events, and to design organizational systems. I've used mind mapping to make complex decisions, tap creative inspiration, stimulate creativity, take notes on a coaching call or in a lecture, and to organize my linear notes into a study cheat sheet. It's been suggested that mind mapping can improve learning and study efficiency up to 15% over conventional note-taking. My guess is it's even higher. I've got a good friend, Victor Ribeiro, who's a memory expert. I've sat beside him in training events and watched him make elaborate mind maps with pictures, symbols, highlights, and multiple colors as a way of taking powerful notes on his iPad. With digital mind mapping, such as the links you've got on your action worksheet, you can create beautiful mind maps that can be used to communicate your ideas to others in a unique way. Not only does it look cool, but mind mapping truly is a way to access your untapped genius. If you want your friends, colleagues, or your audience members to think you're really smart, show them one of your mind maps and they'll think you're a genius. That's because you are. Mind maps just give you a way to get your inner genius out on paper for your success and the success of those around you. When I learned mind mapping, I thought it looked pretty cool, but I had no idea how I would end up using it to map out my dreams. As complex as my mind mapping may look, once you get your first one completed on your action worksheet, you'll find it's actually really easy. Are you ready to tap into your inner genius and get your ideas out of your head and onto paper? Remember I said I was going to help you win on paper so you can win in life? Well, game on. Get out your TMT mind mapping action worksheet and have some fun making your own mind map. Do you have a presentation, an itinerary, a website, a book idea, an invention, or a project that you'd like to explore and plan out? How about exploring one of your top 3 goals more in depth? You can do so much with a mind map. You can even map out an important conversation or plan your next vacation. What will you do with this? When will you begin? I welcome you to post your comments below and get ready to awaken your inner genius to a whole new level. Here's to your success now. Let's rock. Here's one of them I thought I'd share with you. I mentioned that I used mind mapping to plan out a game. So this is a game, mind map that I used to plan out a paper prototype of a game. You can see here, I've got, the rules, the navigation, introduction, completion, just, the scenes. So you could get super creative and do really cool things with mind mapping. I'm excited to see how you're going to use it. Let us know in these comments below this video, what you decide to map out. Let us know what you discover. Let us know what works, and feel free to ask any questions below in the comments as well.